at Monza, and it's a legendary track, and I've enjoyed watching it over the years on in F1 and also even I've studied a bit of the old circuit just because I'm a fan of banked things. So yeah, it's very cool to come here. I thought that the event itself, looking at it on video, looked very interesting. Especially with Valentino, being able to come over here and race with him and interact with him and hang out, it's been very cool. Event itself is something, I'm not a circuit racer. Most of my career has been on gravel stages, and that's the style of driving that I like. So I'm really having a bit of difficulty driving this event. So I've been adjusting the car, constantly trying to find a setup that works for me here and for the chicanes, and been struggling with that. But I'm such a big stage rally fan and have been since I was a young kid. And the biggest inspiration for me was always Colin McRae, and just such a huge talent. The most difficult thing for me with the WRC was stage notes. You go into so many events that you've never been to before and have to write notes for an entire rally from scratch. And when you only do it part-time, that's very difficult. So it takes many years to do all the rallies and get all the notes perfect to where you can race at the top level, and I never got a chance to do that. So I was unfortunate that I can drive the car quite well, I just didn't have the ability with the pace notes.
Hi, Matteo Valenti, Automoto.it. Which is your personal relationship with Valentino Rossi? Are you two friends in personal life?
I've met Valentino several times, and every time that we meet, we mostly talk about rally and Gymkhana. He really likes the Gymkhana cars and the Gymkhana videos, and every time I see him, I try and talk about MotoGP, but he seems to want to talk more about rally than I know him on a personal level. He's not someone I've ever hung out with outside of an event, but he's a great guy. I've really enjoyed every time that we've talked, and I'm enjoying being in the same garage with him and same pit, and I wish I was a little closer in racing with him this weekend, but just not the case. But it's cool to be here and be able to hang out with him. I really am a competitor at heart. Like, I love rally and Gymkhana and rallycross. It's what I dreamed about doing as a kid, so I absolutely love it. The cars are so good. It's so fun to take them out of the rally and do fun things with them. I was disappointed early in my career when I realized that I only got to drive these amazing cars when I was only at a rally. So that's why it's been so fun for me to do the Gymkhana videos and do various other things with the cars around the world and have fun with them. So I'm very, very lucky in that way as a race car driver, that I get to not only compete around the world and at the highest level, but be able to go out and play with these cars also. I went to the tires one first, Gymkhana 7. We filmed for 5 days in LA, all sorts of different locations, and it took about 40 tires. And we don't go through them completely, but as soon as one's used far enough and we have to do something new with it, we change the whole set. So very lucky that I have a great sponsor with Pirelli with that stuff. They do. My saying is that if you're not scared, you're not going fast enough. So I enjoy kind of finding that limit of where your comfort level is, especially in the race car, to go as fast as you can and find that limit of what the car can do and what you can do personally. So for me, fear is just sort of a limiter of your abilities.
You became famous for DC show brand, but now most of people know KEN BLOCK name for Gymkhana. Why did you start to drive in your life?
I've just been a fan of rally since I was a little kid, and it's even when I got my own car and started driving, that was the style that I mimicked. I was never a big fan of American motorsports, NASCAR, drag racing. It just wasn't that appealing to me. I respect what they do, but my interest was always rally. So that's the driving style and everything that I mimicked as soon as I had cars. So, but I didn't think it really existed in the States. I thought it was a European-only thing. And in 2004, Travis Pastrana started doing some rallies in the States, and it woke me up to the fact that rally actually existed in the States, and it was, I went out and started did a rally school and started doing a few events and figured out I had a little bit of natural talent and just kept at it. You know, Dakar is very interesting to me, but honestly, I don't have enough time to do all the events that I want to do now, you know, and I have 3 kids and a wife that I got to keep happy too. So, you know, until that stuff slows down, I won't consider that. But Dakar would be very interesting, and I'd also love to do the Baja 1000 someday too. You know, I'm from Southern California, right, you know, above where the Baja 1000 runs, so that's always been an event that I've appreciated and wanted to do also.